Okay, I'm not. Is my voice clear? I need
Yes, sir.
some to clear on this, please. Can you all hear my voice?
Yes, sir. Your voice is
Thank you,
clear.
Aisha. Okay, request all of you to keep the last three numbers of your roll number and then your name as your ID. There is somebody by name M here. Okay, last three digits only. Udit. Udit hyphen 43 would help. I have somebody in 18 series. Do they belong to this class?
Yes, sir. 18 series also belong to
I
this
see
class
two
only.
18. Okay, 18.
Yes, sir. They are
Okay,
section
sure.
6,
Thank you,
sir.
ma'am. Thank you. And
Section
M.
6 students.
Okay, section 6. Okay, I request all the participants kindly please rename with the last three digits of your roll number and your name. Don't log in here and run away somewhere else. Stay in the class. Seventeen 4Q2. I want to see your name. So kindly put your name also. 17 is not important to me. 4Q2 will help. It's okay. Your name and the numbers. That's all I need.
Bharat. Change your ID, ma. Rename your ID. Bharat.
Okay, class. I'm repeatedly speaking to all of you. I need some reaction in order. Narsimha sir, could you please explain the same thing again to them, please? Okay, so I've put in some instructions on the top. It will be that I'll be turning off video, that my video will be switched on when it is necessary. There'll be a lot of screen sharing that will have to happen. Screen sharing will happen. Audio.
Till now, only 52 students have joined.
18465. Eighteen 465. Are you there? Okay, 18471. Are you there? 18471.
465.
18463.
Yes.
There are many people who not done it. Okay, 18466. Are you there? 18466. Reply, please. Okay, I request you, faculty and the mentors, to take care of these things. I want everybody to change their things, and I want people to reply.
Your voice is. Sir, voice is not clear, sir.
I don't want to keep speaking to the machine. I want some reply. People, when I call names, please reply.
Yes, everyone rename.
18466. Are you there?
Your voice is not clear.
18466. 18464.
Sir, present, sir.
Okay, are you able to hear what I'm speaking? Is my voice clear?
Yes, sir.
No, sir, not clear. Not clear, sir. Some disturbance.
Okay, whoever is speaking to you, I'm not able to understand, sir.
Trainer, sir, you just remove this M because he's not changing.
Are you able to hear to my voice? Somebody can show thumbs up or reply, please. Are you able to hear my voice? Is my voice clear?
Guys,
Is the-
respond to the sir.
Is it good? Is it good enough, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Good sir, good
Okay.
sir.
Okay, thank you. I again see 18 J5 A0 463. Are you there?
Yes sir.
Are you there? 463. 463. Are you there? 465. Are you there?
Yes sir, I'm there.
I gave a simple instruction. Please rename your name along with your first name and the last three digits of your roll number. Please do it immediately. I'm doing all these things to understand if you're there in the class or not. Otherwise, maximum by 11:45, I'm going to throw you out of the room. I don't want to keep speaking to a machine. I want to speak to human beings. So reply. 465, do it immediately. 464, are you there?
65 Vishal, rename.
Even Bharat also.
464,
Sir, present, sir.
are you there? 464.
Yes, sir.
I told you to change your number and name. You've not done anything.
Okay.
66 you also rename. 63 also.
4V5,
Sahiti.
and kindly reply when your name is being called out.
Narsimla sir, can you identify this M?
ఏం అది అడుగుతున్నాను మేడం అడుగుతున్నాను కానీ రెస్పాండ్ అవ్వట్లేదు
And some more students only the names are there, sir. Sahiti.
Okay, if the name is there,
Bharat.
please put your last three digits of your roll number also. You people are not kids. You should understand what others are doing and do it likewise. Who is this? There's a DP no here. 466. I've been calling your number from a long time. Are you there?
66 rename.
Okay, thanks for renaming yourself.
M. Somebody has logged in with the name M.
Yes
only.
sir.
Who is that
Repeatedly,
M?
we've been calling them, sir. They're not replying.
Yes sir, they are not replying.
So just remove. M
Okay,
is,
sir.
I think, outsider, not from our
Okay.
class.
Okay sir, I'm removing this one.
Removed, ma'am. Removed, done.
Okay. Okay, thank you sir.
59 students have only joined.
Sirisha, were you sleeping all the while? Your name was being called for 29 at least. Okay, I want to set up certain ground rules before we start. There's a lot of question and answers that will have to happen. You can ask me questions. I'm going to answer them definitely. At the same time, I'm going to ask you some questions with respect to what we're going to do in the class. And I'm going to call names. I want you to unmute yourself at that time. Reply. Don't bother about wrong answers. I'm okay with you giving wrong answers, but I want answers. That's all is my concern. I want answers. So please reply. Don't stay mute. Okay? And second part, there's going to be a lot of speculative answers that comes in. Don't worry about being wrong. Just answer. Third, kindly participate. Request you all. Just don't sit here just for the sake of being here and going away. Attendance is not going to help you. So please participate. Okay? Fourth, I'll have to share a lot of documents sometimes at the end of tomorrow. By end of tomorrow, you will the PPT that I've done this will be shared in PDF format along with the format of the general format of what has been taught to you. So notes will be sent. If there is voice disconnect, it happens because of bandwidth problem with recording. This has been spoken to the college management already. It's been spoken to 83 and also the Nandan sir. So kindly stop it if necessary because if I start sharing, it will interfere. So I'll let you know if it is there. We will manage. Participate in the class. Fine. I hope all fine. I'm going to ask you to type something on group chat when it is necessary. Please do it. And when I'm asking you to show thumbs up, please do it. Okay. Do not go away. Stay. Please don't make things negative. Stay. Okay. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll have a good session. Good afternoon to all of you. My name is Bharat Tangraj. We're going to meet for 10 hours in this 5 days, and we meet every day for 2 hours. The modules that will be run for all these 5 days will be 3 modules. One will be group discussion that will go on for today and a little part of tomorrow. Then will be change management that will go on for 2.5 days. And last 3 days, last 2 hours would be 3 hours would be for a subject called ordering of sentences. Now we've been asked that we should give you assignments every day. Unfortunately, resume building and change management cannot be given assignments. I've already spoken about it, but yes, there are some things we can manage. So I'll ask you to do something for tomorrow. But yes, there will be a questionnaire and a test that will be given out for the last subject, that is ordering of sentences. Depending on how the class is going, we'll interchange the class either a second or third if your college is going to ask something or the ADP officers request us to change the lineup of the subjects. Okay, you are welcome to ask me any questions. You can raise your hand or type out the group chat to tell about that you have a doubt. You can ask a question. At that time, you can unmute yourself and ask a question. I'll definitely try to answer as much as what is possible, as correctly as possible, and give the facts. At the same time, I request also you to please answer when I'm asking a question in the class. You can also stop me from being fast if you did not understand anything. I am being paid for this. So I can tell you to any number of times the same thing you're asking again and again in different ways. So don't stop yourself from asking questions. Okay. The topic for today is going to be resume building. We're going to build or write a resume for you. Since in the 4th year, it's the most important factor to carry on. Now the word itself is an English word. It has 2 different ways. It is called as resume, which is actually a Greek word. Resume, that is an English word. The English word called resume means to continue. That means you are going to continue what you've been doing. Resume means a Greek word which means a document. There's 2 apostrophes about both the E's in the resume. R-E-S-U-M-E. Above E, the first E there's an apostrophe, the last E there's an apostrophe. It means to say we have to take resume. So that's a document. So if you call, I mean, it's not very important, but sometimes HRs will take that also for consideration when you tell it's a resume. Avoid calling it, it's called as a resume. Now I told that I'll be asking a lot of questions. First question, it's a very simple one. Please type the answers or throw thumbs up or keep quiet. I'll understand that you don't have one. So at least type a no there. Have you already built your resume? Have you already built your resume? Type yes or no in the group chat. Or you can show thumbs up if you've done it in the panel. Have you already typed built your resume? Okay, trust me, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to tell that answer. You can type an yes or a no. Only one answer.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, Rohan is the only one answering. All of you can answer. Have you built a resume? Thank you. 2 no's, 3 no's, 4 no's. Nobody's done it until now. Okay. Anybody has, one person at least has built a resume. Can you type S?
I did it, sir.
Who? Jahnavi speaking. You did it. Thank you,
Yes,
Jahnavi.
sir.
Where did you do it and what for?
Sir, my mom helped me in doing that, sir.
No. Why? What for did you do the resume? Why did you use that resume for?
I used it
Where did you use it?
for applying the internship in L&T, sir.
Oh, good. So it was an internship for L&T. Did they give the internship to you?
Yes, sir.
You're already doing internship in L&T?
No, sir. Our college did not permit, so I didn't go further.
So you're not sure if the resume got you the internship or not?
Resume definitely got me the internship, sir, but I did not continue.
Lovely. Fantastic. No problem. No problem. So your mother helped you build that. What does your mother do,
Yes.
Jahnavi?
My mother is a chartered accountant, sir.
Lovely. So a chartered accountant helps build a resume of an electronics and communication engineer. That's a good thing to do. Thank you. You can tell thanks to your mother on my behalf. Okay. Anybody else with an S? We have Saugandhika telling an S. We have Srilata telling an S. I lost the video. Can I see the panel, please? Somebody switch on the video back. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Okay. Srilata, you're there? 4Q5. Can you please say yes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good then. Okay. Srilata, you tell me who built the resume for you, or how did you build a resume?
I did for practicing purpose, sir, for applying for Infosys exam.
Okay.
I used
And
to
who
have a
helped you?
HR round. Simply,
Who
sir,
helped-
from Google, I have copied that and I
So you took the
pasted my
format
details.
from Google. Did you
Yes,
take the
sir.
format from Google?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what about the career objective in the? Did you also copy it from Google? Did you
No,
write a
sir.
career objective in the resume?
No, sir. My brother has helped me, sir, for that.
Okay, your brother has. What does your brother do, Srilata?
He's doing hotel management, sir. Present, he's in US. He's
Okay.
pursuing his studies. Present,
Great.
he's doing business
Srilata,
management.
Srilata, I want to ask you this. When your brother helped you write his resume, did you check whether his resume and your resume had the same kind of career objective?
No, sir.
It had different. You didn't check, or it did not have?
A different, sir. It is.
Sure, huh?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. There was one more person, Saugandhika, if I'm not wrong, who told that she has built a resume. Will you please switch on and speak to me? Saugandhika, 44. Where are you? 44.
Yes, sir.
Saugandhika, yes, please. Who helped you build a resume, or did you do it yourself? Did you build the resume yourself, or somebody helped you? I'm speaking to the screen. 44, please reply. 44, you're there? Many times I find about exactly the time asking the question, people's microphones are off, or there's some technical issue with them. Once we should also do that. I'm speaking to the faculties and the HOD also. When they're asking a particular question, we'll turn off. Let us see how they feel about it. Okay, jokes apart. Saugandhika has vanished. Okay, nobody's told an S other than these people. That's okay. And we have one more S here. Harsha, thank you. Harsha, are you there? Harsha's number is 4V6.
Yes, sir.
Harsha, thank you, Harsha. Harsha, how did you build your resume? Did somebody help you, or you did it yourself?
Sir, actually, we have it in our intermediate, sir. We have resume
Okay,
building and
intermediate.
CV also.
Oh, lovely. Intermediate. You mean +2, second year?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
English.
Did somebody help you build that resume, or you did it yourself there?
No, sir. By referring that intermediate notes, I have built my resume, sir. Not for
Great.
me,
And
but it is for my brother.
so you
for
built the
startup
resume
company.
for your brother.
Yes,
What does
sir.
your brother do? What does your brother do?
Now, currently, he is doing MS, sir. MS second year.
So
Finally.
you did a resume for his MS application.
No, sir. Not for MS, but for startup company for applying a job.
Good then. How did you write who wrote the career objective in that?
Sir, actually, I have his certificates, whole certificates, and everything in front of me, and I
Okay.
built according to the procedure we have in Inter, sir.
Okay, fine. Now I understand about all the certificate, everything. I'm speaking about the career objective. How did you write it? Did you copy? Did you write it by yourself, or was it found on the internet?
No, sir, I didn't mention that column at least.
Achha, resume without a career objective. Wow. Okay,
I
that's
mean,
fine. No problem, Asha. No problem. No
okay,
problem. It happens. It's okay. Thank you.
Actually,
Finally, Saugandhika
we
has
don't.
replied.
I think we don't have it in Inter, sir. So based on that, based on the knowledge I have just written and I have submitted to.
Good
my
job.
brother.
Good job. Thank you, Asha. Thanks for replying. Good job. Good job.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Resume. Before we continue with this, there are 4 important things you should understand about a resume. First part, a resume is a well-documented, prepared 1 to 2 page of document. I repeat, a well-documented 1 to 2 page of document. Well-documented means there has to be put in a particular correct format, and also important factors and things to be added in over there which should not be omitted. And it is a document which is not going to go more than 2 pages. We will not make it a resume look like a book or a novel that the HR will go to sleep just reading that. So it has to be a 2-page novel, 2-page sheet. Second, our resume is going to be our brochure. I hope you understand the word a brochure. A brochure, which is a document, which is an advertisement about us. So it is a brochure that explains about us before we go. So the brochure will have our details. Examples, it will speak about our skills, it will speak about our expertise, it will speak about our attributes and attitude. Third important factor about a resume is that this document allows the first meeting between the employer and their employee. Third important factor is it allows the first meeting between an employer and employee. Fourth important document about the resume is it is not going to get you a job, but it is going to allow you to attend an interview. A resume helps you attend an interview, but not going to get a job. This is 4 important things to understand. Second, the next question I'm going to ask is, I want people to type the answer here. Okay, Saugandhika has replied, her network is bad, she could not reply. So she wrote, as a recent graduate, I am seeking a role which allows me to continue learning and perfecting my skills as I provide high quality work and encourages me to flourish as a manager with technical skills. This is the career objective she did. Saugandhika, thank you so much for writing it. You know, it takes a lot of patience to type it, you wrote it. That's good, that's nice. Now I want all of you to, I want to ask this question to Saugandhika. I want you to observe the group chat that's happening. Saugandhika, now you wrote it for which company, where, why did you write this career objective form? It'll be, if you can try speaking, it'll be easier. Just try unmuting yourself to speak again. Let us see. Yes. Which company you wrote this career objective for? I think you should unmute or put a lot of volume on your earphone. Okay, I'll wait for you. You can type this answer. I'll carry on, but type that answer over there for which company you did this career objective and how many places have you given that resume. That's what I want to know. Just do it. That's okay. No problem. Okay, continuing with this, the second important factor I want to, the question I wanted to ask in this group is, right, I want you to type answers that how long will an HR look at your resume? How long will an HR look at your resume? That's the question. So you can type your answers. How long will an HR or the recruiter, okay, will look at your resume? I repeat, there's no wrong answers. Whatever you say is the answer. It's okay with me. Just type, please. Rohan says 1 minute. Shweta says 1 minute. Continue. Okay, I see 59 participants. If you leave the HOD and 2 faculties and the coordinators, then there's only 55 participants. The 54, that includes me also. So at least 30, 40 answers I'm looking out for. 30 to 40 seconds, Janvi says, and Asha says not even a minute. Satish says 1 to 2 minutes. Maybe 5 minutes. 48 is saying 5 minutes. Sagar says 1 to 2 minutes. Bharat says 30 seconds. Any more? Okay, Saugandhika has replied, I have not done it for my company, sir. I've done it for my own for applying for this for HRM program in London University. Hey, that's good. That's good. I'll come back to that answer, Saugandhika. Let's finish this. 30 seconds, Avinash. 40 seconds, Akhil Reddy. 1 minute, Sindhuja. Thank you, people. Thanks. Thank you for responding. Thanks a lot. An HR sees a resume only between 7 to 10 seconds. Okay, it definitely doesn't depend on his interest, Rohan. HR doesn't have any interest. He just wants to reject people, that's all. Trust me, I've done it a lot in my life. So an HR sees a resume only for 7 to 10 seconds. That is all it is necessary. In the 7 to 10 seconds, there are 4 important factors he will see in your resume. He just has to glance to it. He's seen so many resumes that he knows what he's looking for. So he just glances and sees 4 things. I will tell you as we go on through the class, what are the 4 things. Okay. So it is just 7 to 10 seconds. Now in the 7 to 10 seconds, the HR decides if the resume should stay in his hand or it should go to the dustbin. Okay. Now, once he thinks it has to go to the dustbin, I don't think so he'll waste any time asking you any question. So he's already decided he's going to reject you, he will reject. Okay? So it is just 7 to 10 seconds. I want you to trust me on this. I'll give you a lot of answers about why this is correct later. So right now I'm giving you some information, that's all. Okay? The next factor I want to ask, there are 4 different documents people used to carry to interviews. 4 different kind of documents that people used to carry to interviews. First, when I was a student, when I finished my engineering way back in 1995, when I finished it, the document that I carried to an instrument was called as a biodata. We used to have something called as a biodata. It used to be attached with all our certificates and marks cards that we used to have from college. We used to take it to the interview. Second, later came something called as resume. There is something called as curriculum vitae, and there is also something called as okay, somebody typed something. I have to say, I'm sorry, it's too much Telugu for me to understand. And there is a person by name here called Hello. Who's that? Seriously, guys, I can't understand what's been written here. It is typed to everybody. Would you please help me explain what is this? Okay, who's Hello? I'm speaking to the group. At least the mentors should help me over there. Faculties. There's a message here. Bharat sir is addressed to me. I don't know what is this. Too much of Telugu for me. Sorry. Faculty 1. Ma'am, could you please help me understand what is written over here?
I don't know, sir, who is that hello. Let me check, sir, once.
No, what is the meaning of what has been written? I don't know. Madam Unnar, I don't know.
Aparna, Bharat, sir, madam.
Okay. If it is, if he is not a person, member from our group, we'll just have to remove. But I don't see any hello here. This is the reason I asked you people to rename.
In the participants, it is not there, sir. Hello, who? Nobody is there. No?
So I don't know how they're walking inside here. Participant group, there's nobody's hello. Okay, we'll continue. I'm sorry. These are the times that disturb in between. It manages. Okay, we'll continue with this. I'm sorry, I lost it. What is the question asking? Yeah, there is something called as a biodata. There's something called as a resume. Then there is something called as a curriculum vitae. And the last one is called as a profile. There are 4 different things. I will share this screen for you. I will open up my documents. Just bear with me for a second. Okay, my document is getting opened. I'm going to share the screen with you. Okay, this is what it's going to be. I hope all of you are able to see the screen. All of you are able to see the screen? Thank you. Now, I want to see this. Do you think, this is a question, are they the same? It's a biodata, a profile, a resume, and a curriculum vitae. Are they the same? Now, I want answers in the chat. You don't have to be correct. As I told you, it's okay if you're wrong, no problem, but please answer, are they the same? Janavi says no. Thank you. They're not the same. Good. Please type, everybody type, are they the same? Okay, everybody's telling a no. Thank you so much. Would you please tell me, I'm going to call some names. I want you to unmute yourself and answer me when I ask you. 63T, 463. Money, I don't know what is the full name. 463. Are you there?
Sir, I am here.
Good then. What's your full name?
Mani Tarun Reddy.
Mani Tarun Reddy, good. Mani Tarun, please tell me why are you telling me no? What is the difference between them? We will take only 2 examples. Tell me what is the difference between a resume and a CV, curriculum vitae.
If they all are same, why they have different names? That is the reason why I'm saying.
They have different names, so you think it's there. Okay, good, then no problem. If they are not the same, agree. So what is the difference between a resume and a curriculum vitae? Mani Tarun, do you understand that shut up and keep quiet are the same meaning?
Sorry?
Shut up and keep quiet are the same meaning, isn't it? Mani Tarun, unmute.
Different.
Shut up and keep quiet are 2 different words, huh?
Yeah.
Is it the same, different meaning also?
Somehow different meaning only. Shut up means.
Okay, tell me what is the meaning? What is the meaning of a resume? What is the meaning of a curriculum?
If we are speaking, I gonna say shut up. But
Okay.
for among many people, we will say keep quiet.
So do they mean the same thing for telling that you have to stay quiet, don't speak anything?
Sorry?
If I say shut up, it means to say don't speak anything. If I say keep quiet, it means to say don't speak anything, correct?
Yeah.
Exactly. Similarly, so that probably is also like biodata resume. Now you tell me what is your understanding of difference between resume and curriculum vitae?
I haven't heard the name curriculum vitae.
You not heard
Then
it?
how can I? Yeah.
Exactly. So you not heard your name, that becomes our mistake. That's okay, Tarun, no problem. Thank you so much. 464 Akshaya, can you unmute yourself? Akshaya 464. Okay, here is where things are going to change. I'm going to call your name 3 times. If you're not going to reply, I'll remove you from this classroom. I'll make sure you don't come back to the classroom again. I don't mind if you lose your attendance. Akshaya 464. Akshaya 464. Probably she's eating lunch or playing PUBG. Akshaya 464 Akshaya. Okay, some gentleman has still not changed his name. I see the whole thing. Tarun Reddy 4v5. 4v5 Tarun Reddy, are you here? Tarun Reddy 4v5. Akshaya 464. Tarun Reddy 4v5. I told before I don't want to speak to them. Ma'am, will you please remove her? Please remove her from the group. Tarun Reddy 4v5. Reply. 4R8. Sahiti, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. What do you think is the difference between a resume and a CV?
Sir, they all are same, but they have different names. They all
The same
are
with different names. Okay, okay, let's take this. Will you be writing a resume, a CV, a profile, and a biodata together?
So,
What will you take for an interview, Sahiti, for the first company that visits the campus?
sir, I'll
TCS
take
is going to be-
resume.
You'll take a resume. So
Yes,
when
sir.
will you take a CV, curriculum vitae? Sahiti, you don't have to be correct always. Even if you're wrong, it's fine with me, no problem. But I
Okay,
want
sir.
answers, that's all. So when will you take
Actually-
a curriculum vitae? Yeah.
Actually, I think they are all same.
Yeah.
But I don't know where it take. What kind of?
No problem. No problem. Thank you so much for answering, Sahiti. And Aisha 402, are you there? 402, Aisha.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Aisha. Is there a difference between the 4 things I told right now?
Yes, sir. In my point of view,
Your voice is very low. You'll have to increase your voice volume.
yes, sir. Is it clear?
Yeah, please.
Hello?
Yes, Aisha, a little more louder, please.
Hello.
Yes, Aisha, tell me.
Yes, sir. In my point of view, curriculum vitae contains details more about education and life, and
Okay.
resume means that contains details about education, skills, and employment. Summarized together.
Okay, you mean to say curriculum vitae will have full details about our education and
life.
okay, that's okay. Jahnavi is telling that she's got the answer. Jahnavi, can you please unmute yourself and speak to me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell me, please. Tell me.
Sir, they both are actually different, sir. Resume has a limited number of pages in it, and it includes past work experiences and some skills of ours and few experiences. Whereas curriculum vitae is used for academic purposes, or when we give our project demos kind of things, we can demonstrate our curriculum vitae in academic purposes, sir. Whereas resume
Thank you.
for job.
Thank you, Jahnavi. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. I'll come back to your answer a little bit. I want to ask it for 2-3 more people and explain about it. I definitely need an explanation. Remind me if I'm forgetting. Okay. Jagat Sai, 4U6. Are you there?
Yes.
Jagat Sai, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Jagat. Now, tell me, is there a difference between a curriculum vitae profile and a resume?
Sir, the procedure we build those are different.
Your voice has to be a little more louder, please. It's too dull.
Yes, sir. The
Yeah,
procedure
please
we follow for creating a resume is different and for CV is different, sir. So I think they both are different.
Okay. What is the procedure we follow? Will you please explain that one to me?
Sir, about CV I don't know, but for resume, first our details like just name, email ID, and after that our education, sir, from which school, college, and all, and our skills, technical skills.
Thank you, Jagat. I have a different one. Now tell me that just now Janvi told about it that CV is written for academic purposes and resume is written for when we have experiences mentioned. Resume, we have more experience, we write a resume. Do you agree with that, Jagat?
Yes, sir.
You agree with that? Thank you, Jagat.
Yes.
I need to speak to Avinash, 4C6. Are you there, Avinash?
Yes, sir.
Avinash, tell me, do you think that what Jagat and Janvi told is correct?
Yes, sir.
So what is the difference according to you between a resume and a CV?
Sir, I just know about resumes. I don't know about the CV, sir.
Tell me about resume, whatever you know.
So we can fill our details about our study we completed.
Okay, everybody tells us fill our details, meaning what? You see, I'll tell you something. Am I going to fill in that 10th standard I did somewhere, 12th standard I did this aggregate, and we will not.
When we pass out that.
Okay, I just want you to think like this. Jahnavi told, Jagat agreed to it, that we build a resume when experiences are there, and the curriculum vitae is something that we use for academic purposes. But then why am I teaching you resume building while you're still in college and don't have any experience? Am I teaching you this because you can do this job after 3 years of experience or 5 years of experience? Jahnavi, you understanding my question?
Sorry, sir.
Sir, we can't hear.
Okay.
Sir, we can't hear clearly, sir.
If
Yes, sir. Avinash is with us.
Okay, if I am teaching you resume building right now, why am I teaching you resume building? Is it for doing it after 3 years of your college, or are we doing it for you to attend an interview in college?
To attend interview at college for our place.
Then if you're going to attend interview at college, that means you don't have any experience, right?
Yes, sir, but
you're a fresher.
Yes, sir.
And if you're a fresher and you're going to use this resume to attend interview in the college, whatever answer you told before goes exactly different. You told resume has got experience, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. Don't worry, it's okay. It's just an understanding to see how
yes,
many. Yeah, tell me, Janvi, tell me.
To post our career objective, I don't think so that option is available in curriculum vitae.
Okay, that's all a myth. It is available. I'll come back to the answer. Okay, first thing. I was telling you this when I finished my engineering back in 1995. I had to create a biodata because that's the only thing existing those days. We used to carry our mascots that we have, and it used to be not a consolidated marks card like you. We didn't have semesters at all those times. It was just an yearly marks card, the final year marks card. And we used to take that biodata, go to companies. We didn't have any campus placement. And it was only core branch companies. You know, if I'm going to do computer science, I have to go attend a computer science interview only. I can't go to mechanical engineering. Or mechanical engineer cannot come to computer science. That's how it is. So we used to carry that biodata, give it to them, and answer every question, finish off. There were never rounds of interviews, no written test, nothing like that. Now, nowadays, it's changed. After campus placements and all changed, it changed. Anybody who's attending an interview as a fresher, 0 to 3 years experience. Now, why is it 0 to 3 years of experience? Until 3 years, you're only learning things from the organization. You're not actually experienced to a particular job. So 0 to 3 years of experience will be called as a resume. 0 to 3 years of experience will be called as a resume. And anything above 3 years until 18 years is called as a curriculum vitae. Okay? And above 18 years, when somebody's gone into a professional background, for example, I'm a trainer, I exclusively do training program only. Or there is a professor, he exclusively handles one particular subject only. Instead of your lecturers doing all the subjects, one particular expertise, when they do it, they build a profile. Now, right now, I don't do my resume, I don't do my CV, I write my profile where I speak about the expertise I hold in a particular subject and how I execute them. So in my corporate profile, I'll have only about what I do and what testimonials I've received. What is it that I've done? This is what is going to be the profile. That is the last part. Now, curriculum vitae will have your education qualification, but nobody's bothered about how much marks you scored at the time. So they'll just write something telling about it, MSN, and they'll tell the university name and about the subject knowledge they have. Then they'll just write that and speak about it. Curriculum vitae will have a lot of experiences and designations the particular person held in their job. Example, when he grew and when he started working, what all the positions he held in his life, those things, the responsibilities he had under them will be filled in. In a resume, we are not going to write anything about experience. Internship is not counted as an experience because anything less than 6 to 9 months cannot be carried as an experience. It will be called as a knowledge. So you write, you've gained an internship with this and other field. I'll tell you where you have to write there. So a resume is for a fresher, and that's why we're concentrating on resume right now. Hope I've answered this question that I asked myself. If you understood what I told, or if you're clear with my understanding, type clear or understood. Please type it on the group chat. I want to see more and more people typing that. Type clear and type understood. Anything. Type please. Clear and understood. Thank you. I'll go further. The next question that I want to ask you in the next part is that I spoke about what are the 4 things that is important in the resume. I spoke about how long the HR looks about. I spoke about what are the differences. Now we will go with this part telling about it, why or how your resume can be made to look stronger. I'm going to share the screen here. Okay. Now the first thing is it says know your strength. When it means to say know your strength, you should understand before applying for a job. Now, when I say applying for a job, I'm telling this in campus, off campus, or walk-in interviews. Know where your strength lies with respect to what your job is. Now, TCS comes to the campus. TCS has 2 different parts. One is Ninja, second is digital. Digital needs a different kind of technical expertise compared to Ninja. Now, if you know you don't have that particular technical expertise to be a part of digital, don't apply. Because the more your resume is sent to a lot of places. So imagine that, I'm just giving the scenario, that I have finished my engineering. I have not found a job in my campus placement. I could not find a job even after finishing my engineering. I finished 4.2 and 6 months later still I'm jobless. So anywhere in any place I see an advertisement, I see somebody telling, I get an email, I send my resume. So at one junction or one particular time, 24 companies with, or say about 12 companies with 24 domains or 15 companies with 24 domains have my resume. Now one HR puts a filter and sees my resume completely all places. That means he will understand that I am been there all places. Okay, Soumya has raised her hand. Is there anything you want to ask me, Soumya? Soumya, is there anything you want to ask me? Please put it on the chat. Okay, people, at least you can come online and say, sorry for disturbing, nothing, sir, please carry on, anything. I'm sitting looking at a machine. Trust me, most of you don't have faces. Any questions, Soumya? Okay, I hope I'll continue. Okay, please understand the domain you're applying for. Please do not send your resumes to all places, resumes to all places. Please be careful, understand your strengths and weakness technically or management ways, cultural ways, structural way, however you are, understand and apply for a job. That is understanding your secret to apply for this, wherein your short will get a job. The next one, next one among this is called demonstrate your values, the heading. Please be careful about what you write on your resume, because anything good that you write in the resume is very attractive to the HR. Although same thing, if you're going to write negatives in the resume, the HR will get attracted to it and still ask you, putting on a lot of questions. So please be careful how you write things, what you write. Second point, please make whatever you write, wherever it is necessary, bullet points, and it also should be in a chronological resume. When we say chronological resume, it is important about which has to be put in the front, which has to be in the back. That we're going to go through as we continue with the class. Okay. The next thing I want you to understand here is that you have to be very truthful in what you write in a resume. Simplest example I can think of right now is if your aggregate is 79.98, it remains 79.98. It cannot become 80. Please don't write those things. Don't write unnecessary things. Many people write, I read a lot of books. If you ask them which book you read, Chandamama, Twinkle, that cannot be books. Or people say about it, I play cricket. Where with kids who are 20 or 15 years younger than me, I play in my house. That cannot be things. You have to write something that makes and builds your character. Be choosy about where you send your resume. Understand the domains. It is the same thing about how you have to know your sense. Understand the domains. Research the company. Go to the R&D section of the organization. Know what the company is for. Build such a way that you know you can definitely accomplish and get an interview opportunity and also score a job in the company. So be choosy about where and why you go there. The last but one is upgrade and update your resume regularly. For example, in 3.2, you built your resume. Between 3.2 and 4.1, you attended Java classes. You got certified as a Java class as a beginner. So update that in the resume, and please also update it in your email and keep it ready. Update it and upgrade it such that if you have to send it to somebody or take a printout, you can do it easily. The last one that we have to understand in this process is keep your resume brief. As I told, it has to be just 2 sheets of paper. We cannot make a resume look like a novel or a book. And also, the 2 sheets of paper should build in everything that is very important for the HR to know what kind of a person you are. So keep it brief. Okay. Okay. The next part I want to speak about is many people make this mistake. I recently got a resume. One of the students sent it to me, sir, will you please go through my resume and correct me if there's anything wrong. He sent me in mail. He had written mail to me. Dear sir, please find attacking my resume. I am attacking my resume for you to see. And I am applying for Infotech. Now he was supposed to tell attaching resume. He was supposed to write Infosys. It is called typos. Okay, wrong spellings will put off. Please make sure that you are typing wrong spellings. Even if you use the computer check, sometimes it changes. Depending on the locality, some words are used, some words are not used. So please be careful about spellings. Recheck it again and again before sending out to the necessary people. I'm stopping the share here. Okay. Please raise hands, show thumbs up, or type it in the chat. Understood if things are being clear. Everybody, please. If you typed understood, well and good. Type clear, type understood, show thumbs up. 404 B Ramagaud. Are you there? It's okay, Soumya. At least you could have told. Sorry. I was waiting a lot of time. Ramagaud, are you there? 404.
Yes, sir.
Will you please raise your thumb or show something or write something there? There is something called as reactions below. You can click on the reactions. There'll be two things, waving a hand or showing a thumbs up. Do one of them. Shraddha, are you there? 405. Shraddha,
Yes, sir.
would you please reply something? Do you want
Yes.
do you want me to call everybody's name? Show thumbs up at least, please. Yes. 4V3. I think it is Yashwant. Yashwant, are you there? Sirisha, are you there? 466. So thumbs up, right, clear, anything, please. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go forward. Now, this is the next important, very simple question, but it makes a lot of sense. I'm going to share this particular slide there. Okay, now in this slide is this word, sorry, is this important to be written? Resume. Is it important to be written? Chat, please. Reply, yes or no. Right, and yes or no. Is this important to be written? We got one S from Chanakya. Right, and yes or no. Bhavana says yes. Asif says yes. Okay, somebody also typed no. Harsha said no. Janavi also said no. Tapasri says yes. Satish says yes. Satish says no, sorry. Chanakya said already no. Okay, I'm going to stop share and going back to the screen. Asif, will you unmute yourself, please? Asif, unmute yourself. 4Q9. Asif.
Sir.
Thank you, Asif. Asif, did you say yes or no?
Yes.
You told a yes, so we should write it. Be there, be there. Don't. Nikila, are you there? 4R6, Nikila. 4R6, Nikila. Yes, Nikila. 4R6, yes, Nikila. Sirisha, 18466. So you people just put GP and go away. It's highly irritating when somebody is speaking for such a long time. Everybody asks a lot of things from the trainers. Nobody does when it's important for them. Faculty members, I request you to take them off, please. Sirisha and Nikila, please take them off.
Sir, D5 branch, sir. Chinnar Zoom, sir. Take
Sorry?
attendance.
Sorry? Okay, somebody told me something I didn't understand. It's okay. Bhavna, are you there? Bhavna. Bhavna, are you there?
Yes, sir.
You're there, Bhavna. Thank you so much. Tell me, is it a yes or a no? We should write that or we should not write that?
Yes, sir. We have to write, sir.
Okay. So Asif and Bhavna both told us. Ravi Teja, are you there? 471.
Sir, your voice is not
Teja.
clear.
My voice is not clear. Ravi Teja, are you there? 471. Bhavna, is my voice clear now?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Ravi Teja, are you there? 471, Ravi Teja, are you there? Okay, Narsimlu sir, are you there?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, I want you to take an attendance and find who's in the class. If they're not there, please take them out.
Yeah, sure, sir. Can I take? Can I call random? Can I take in order?
However you want, sir. Please do it now.
Yeah, yeah. Please respond your answer. Roll number Q1. Roll number Q1. Roll number Q1. Okay. Roll number Q2. Q4.
Present, sir.
Q5.
Present, sir.
Q6. Q6, Q7,
Present, sir.
Q8,
Yes, sir.
Q9,
Present, sir.
R0,
Sir, present, sir.
R1,
Yes, sir.
R2,
Yes, sir.
R3, R3,
Yes, sir.
R3, R4.
No, somebody told yes. Where is
Yes,
R3?
yes. Not available, sir. R4, R5,
Sir.
R6, R7,
Yes, sir.
R8,
Yes, sir.
R9,
Present, sir.
T1,
Present, sir.
T2,
Present, sir.
T3, T3, T4, T5,
Sir, present, sir. Mini project also
yes,
2
yes,
days project.
T5,
Sir,
T6,
please update, sir.
Present, sir.
Too late.
T6,
Present, sir.
T7, T8,
Present, sir.
T9, T7, U0,
Yes, sir.
U1,
Present, sir.
U2,
Present, sir.
U4,
Present, sir.
U5,
Present, sir.
U5. Roll number U5,
Present, sir.
U6,
Present, sir.
U7, U8,
Yes, sir.
U9,
Present, sir.
V0, V1, V2,
Present, sir.
V3,
Present, sir.
V4,
Present, sir.
V5, V6,
Present, sir.
16C6, 16C6, 18401, 2,
Present, sir.
3, 18403, 4,
Present, sir.
5,
Present, sir.
6,
Present, sir.
7, 8, 9, 10,
Present, sir.
11, 12. Roll number 12. Done, sir. Sir, attendance is over, sir, from section 5. From section 6, roll number 18468.
63, sir.
Sir, 68, sir.
Starting.
T 63.
Ma'am.
63 present.
Present, ma'am.
64. 64. 65. 66. 66. 67.
65.
68.
Present, ma'am.
68 present.
Yes, ma'am.
70. 70.
Present, ma'am.
71.
Present,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
71.
Yes, ma'am.
G not.
Ma'am, 65 present.
Okay. G not. Absent. Yes, sir. Attendance is over.
We still have 51 participants and nobody seems to be speaking when I'm asking them a question. I call their name, I keep speaking to the machine, nobody seems to be speaking. It's only the faculties who are supposed to learn resume building. Nobody else is interested. See, I keep telling and if just show the PPT and read it out, it is not going to help you. And I can tell you more only when I understand when you people ask me a question or you reflectively understand and tell what is necessary. So that is why I ask a question. It's very important to participate. If you want to sit like how you sit in the class and look out of the window, you don't have to come here then. It's not going to happen. It's really not going to happen. Satish 174UI, you here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Satish, you written a no, that resume should not be written. Why do you say it should not be written?
Because it is professional, sir. I think no, sir.
I didn't understand. I didn't understand why it is a professional. I didn't understand that. Chanakya, you're here. Thank you, Satish. Chanakya, you're here. Chanakya, 5T5, 45. Chanakya, 45. Where are you? Okay. Would somebody reply if my voice is clear and audible?
Yes, sir.
Faculties can also say, is it clear and audible? Good then. Thank you so much. So Chanakya,
Yes,
Chanakya, are you there? 4T5. Chanakya, where are you?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you here? Chanakya, are you here? You typed in answer here and you're telling you're not replying for that. Okay, I'm going to pick up something. Harsha.
Sir.
Harsha, tell me why we should not write resume.
Sir, actually, I have a question, sir. We don't write leave letter for letter, sir. I mean, it's funny, but it is a thing I want to say. We don't write for asking permission. We should mention some leave letter or something like permitting me to grant leave or something like that.
So we don't have to write the heading leave letter when you're writing a leave letter because it's understood it's a leave letter. That's what you mean.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay. We don't write this word called resume. It is not important for us to write this word. It's because it is understood that for an interview, we will be carrying a document called as a resume. So since everybody knows that it's going to be a resume, no need of going and writing that heading there. Okay. So we don't use the word resume.
Sir, hello, sir.
Yes, please.
How we can identify the resume or CV, sir? While
Okay, 1 second. I'll come back to the screen. May I have your name, please? Who's asking the question?
Asif, 4Q9.
Asif. Thank you, Asif, for
Yes,
asking
sir.
the question. How will we understand whether it's going to be a CV or a resume is your question, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Asif, I had explained before that as a fresher, you'll be carrying a resume. It's only after the 3 years of experience the CV is built.
Okay, okay.
So imagine 2 scenarios like this, that if I'm coming to your college to conduct an interview, I know that you're a fresher, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
After you join a company, you already have 3 years of experience or 4 years of experience or 5 years of experience. When you apply, you will not apply for the position of a fresher. You'll be applying for the senior position, correct?
Yes, sir.
So when you apply for a senior position is when you take a CV. So when I'm asking you that I'm open to recruit project coordinators, I will not be looking for a resume, but I'll be looking for a CV. As how Harsha told, if I'm going to write a love letter to them, imagine I put the love letter on the top, put underline and give it to them. It looks funny, isn't it?
No, sir. It is love letter or a letter. How can we? We should read only. We can understand, no, sir.
Exactly. If I'm not going to give a love letter to you, I'll be giving it to a girl, and there'll be the way
Yes,
I'll give that love letter, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you go to maths exam and write on the top mathematics answer paper?
No, sir. No, sir.
Exactly. It is understood it's a maths answer paper, isn't it, Asif?
While writing our answers, we will write answer only, no, sir. While
Yeah, but
writing
you'll not
writing
write.
exams, we are writing answer only, no, sir. We will not
Correct,
write
but
question
you'll
also,
not.
no, sir.
Exactly, but you're not going to write the heading called maths answer.
Yes, sir.
Similarly. Fine, Asif?
Okay,
Thank
okay,
you.
sir. Right.
So, and the next part that I want to mention over here is, I am just going to come back to this. The whole resume is going to be built with in Times New Roman or Arial. I want you to understand this very clearly. Either this or that. Only one font should be used. It should be Times New Roman or Arial. Arial is pronounced as Arial. Okay. Now, if I'm going to start my resume in Times New Roman, I'll complete the resume with Times New Roman only, or I can do it with Arial. Now, second part here, which is very important again, is the font size that will be used is called 1211 and 1110. Example, if I'm going to write a heading, it will be in 12 font, and the subheadings or the rest of the information I give below will be written in 11. Now, if the resume is overshooting more than 2 sheets, then I'll reduce the font and make it 11 and 10. I hope I made things clear. I hope you understood what I told. Please type clear or yes if you understood what I mentioned. Type clear or yes if you understood what I mentioned, please, or show thumbs up. Type clear or yes or show thumbs up. Do any one of them. Thank you. Thanks. Going forward, what is the first important thing, or what will be the first thing I will write in the resume? I want you to type answers. What will be the first thing that we will write in our resume? If we are not going to write the heading called resume, so what will be the first thing that we have to write in our resume? Simple BD. I didn't understand that. What is simple BD, please? Asha, what is simple BD? Biodata. No, I'm not asking the heading. I'm asking about what is the first thing we write in the resume. Jagat Sai says our name. Thank you. Name. Any more people? Work experience to start with. But Nazir, being a fresher, what work experience will you write in a resume? I'm repeatedly telling that being a fresher is a resume. What work experience will you be able to write? If you have a work experience cooking in a room because we stay away from the family, it cannot be work experience to be put in the resume. Name followed by career objective, sir. Thank you, Janvi. Okay, the first thing that we will write in a resume would be our name, address, and email ID. Name, address, and email ID. Now this will be our name. Now this whole thing is written in 12 and these things are written in 11. So address with full pin code and the email ID, and also this should be written, the full number should be written with +91. What will be the second thing we'll be writing? Okay, this is important again to understand. The whole thing is left aligned on the right side. If you see a Word document, it'll either be left aligned on left side. Sorry, excuse me. It will either be left aligned on left side or right aligned on right side. But here we have to make this left aligned on right side. How we do this is, we make it left aligned on left side, select everything and press tab, it will go and sit on the right side. This is important to note because if a photograph is not asked to be attached, if the company is not asking you to attach a photograph, then you can just put your name, address, email ID and phone number on left aligned right side. If they're going to ask for a photograph, you should make your name, phone number, email ID, everything on the left aligned left side and put the photograph on the right side. Okay. Hope you understood. Continuing with this, the next thing that we write in the resume. Okay, this is the only line we're going to have in the resume. Resumes will never have borders. Resumes will never have shades. Resumes cannot have anything. This is the only line that we have in the resume. Next important thing we're going to write here is called as career objective. And also, if you understand, these two lines tell about the distance between them should be equal. That is the space bar or the enter button that we use. This has to be very equal. Career objective, it is called. It is not called career objectives. We cannot put a S. It is not called career. It is called career. Career objective. Now, career objective always should be 2 sentences or 3, or it should definitely be 3 lines. And most important also, career objective will change for every different company you go. For example, if you are going to go to TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Capgemini, HCL, Tech Mahindra, Cognizant, you should carry different resumes. In every resume, there will be changes made. You make the career objective seeing the vision statement, mission statement, objective, and doing a research on the company's website. So a lot of words that you use should look like you picked it up from the company's website itself and build this one. Now, when Savindika posted a career objective, I'd asked this question that she cannot post it on a general base because each company depends on what career objective you write. So it's the most important one. The career objective I've written here is like how Janvi had written. It makes a lot of beautiful meaning, but it doesn't make sense to companies. Any company reads it, it'll look like as if they are the career objective is written to them. So it will not make sense. So we cannot write generalistic career objectives like this. Okay. Now I'm going to stop the share. And next question I'm going to ask is, what is the next thing that we're going to write in the resume? What is the next thing that we're going to write in the resume? Any answer is fine, please. What are we going to write in the resume? Skills. What skills, Jahanavi? People assuming you're wrong before you do something is not nice. It's okay if you're wrong. It's really okay if it's wrong. No problem. But type, it's fine. What are you going to type next? Write next.
So we're going to write skills, whatever skills we have.
Okay. Can you give examples? Can you give example? What skills?
Yes, sir. Like if you're good at Arduino programming or the C language or the Python technical side.
Technical skills.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, just a thought. I'm not telling you wrong. I'm just telling you. Where will you learn this technical skills?
During a college days, sir.
So don't you think you should introduce your college where you're studying them first?
Yes, sir. But wouldn't we write it on the top? Like, sir, I have written my name in the beginning and then with my cell number, email ID, my address, and then college name. So I have introduced my college there. I have written the skills in the bottom.
Exactly. That's why I'm telling you that we write those things and we introduce the college in a different way. We do something called as educational qualification.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We write something called as educational qualification. After this, the next thing that we're going to do is called as educational qualification. This is written with a 4x4 block: examination, university, institution, and then aggregate. Now, if you see, I have completely avoided a column called year of passing. If we put a year of passing, it is easy, where we tell we passed the 10th standard this year, we passed the intermediate this year, and we passing this, then we write until 6th semester this year. So instead of doing all those things, I've cancelled that column and put one single word which helps us, called as pursuing. Now, BE computer science pursuing. Now, two things we have to take into consideration. The college knows the company knows when they're going to come and recruit in the college. They normally do it in 4-1 or end of 3-2. Now, end of 3-2, they all know that you are in the 3-2 semester. That is 6th semester. End of 4-1, when they're conducting in 4-1, they know you finished the 6th semester. So you are going to write the aggregate until 3-2 there. If they are conducting it in 4-2, then you're going to write the aggregate until 4-1. So pursuing helps. BE, electronics and communication, pursuing. It is important to write the full name of the college. Don't write JNITC, write Guru Nanak Institute of Technical Campus. And there is one important thing. It is actually a little shame. I am speaking this as an HR, not as a trainer. Most of the students in your college don't know to write their college name also completely. GNITC is interpreted any way they want. In the resume, I've seen people write Guru Nanak Institution of Technical Campus, Guru Nanak Institute of Technology and Campus, Guru Nanak Institute of Technology Campus. That's very wrong. If you're not going to mention your college name properly, it holds a lot of negative impact on you. Okay, after educational qualification is what we're going to write, what Janvi told. It is called as technical skills. Okay, most important, there are 2 lines put across over there. It means to tell about that you have to keep this thing on equal note. So the best suggestion I could give is do this box in an Excel sheet where you can give what is the size of the box necessary. Then you can also center align all the words that you write, cut it and paste it on a Word document. It helps. So the next thing after we see, okay, again, this equidistance has to be managed. Next thing after we see educational qualification is called technical skills. Now, technical skills are put across in 3 different subheadings. So the subheadings, as I told before, have to be bulleted, bullet points, and colon, which will be on equal lines. I'll explain to you. It should be in equal lines. When we speak about technical skills will come with programming languages. Now here, being an electronics and communication student, you don't have to write this only. When you're going to go to a core company, electronics and communication core company, then you write what is your core things that you learn in over there. But if you're applying for any mass recruiting companies that comes into college, example, TCS, Infosys, Wipro, HCL, Tech Mahindra, all those things, then you have to write programming languages only. Now, when you applying for a company called Wipro and you are putting this thing called as programming languages, please be very careful that you have to add this word called basics. If you don't write this, the HR will start asking you question on C language, which will be very difficult for you because you're only learning the shortest, simplest form of C language. So please write the word basics. Now, the second bullet that we're going to put after programming languages is the tools that we use to learn the programming languages. Okay, if you understand, the bullet and the colons are in the same line. Next thing we'll write is called as operating system worked on. I want to remind this, it is called as operating system worked on. When you say the word worked on, you're trying to tell the HR, I don't know operating systems, but I only use them to work on my computer. Because if you're not going to use the word worked on, the HR will ask a lot of questions about operating system only. Will you be able to answer it if he asks about bootstraps, difference between Windows 7 and 10? That would be mighty difficult. That's the reason people ask you those details. Okay, I'm going to stop shares and please type understood, all clear, or show thumbs up. Understood and all clear, please, or show thumbs up. Okay, thank you. Okay, going forward, the next part, what do you think is the next thing that we have to write in the group discussion? Sorry, in the resume. What is the next part that we'll be writing in the resume? You'd have to type answers. Please type. Thanks, people. Type the answer. What is the next part that we do? Okay, one more thing I want to add up. Technically, after writing technical skills, we come to end of page 1. So whatever we're going to write next is in page 2. So we write about academic aggregates. We already did that, isn't it, January, before this, writing technical, this one? Projects, you mean? Okay. January is written projects. Thank you, January. Anybody else, please? What do we write after technical skills? Achievement society is writing. Okay, as I asked Janvi, I am going to write my college name before technical skills because that is where I'm learning. I am going to write something what I'm using my technical skills for. It is not just scoring marks. It is for doing projects. So the next thing that we're going to do is called as projects undertaken. When we write this word called projects undertaken, we should be careful about this word undertaken. It means to say you're executing an existing project. If you write projects done, then the HR will ask you, well, I have asked it many times in your college, when did you do the project all by yourself or was it taken from somebody? When they say they're taken from somebody, then the word is supposed to be used undertaken, not done. Done means you have done it by yourself. That is designed, aligned, executed by yourself. So project undertaken. This also comes in 3 subheadings, bulleted again, colon, the same line. The first one is called as the project name. Now here, the project name I have written is called 3D perspective and motion of a car. Now when we write this 3D perspective motion of a car, the next thing that we have to write is the description about this topic. So obviously the second is project description. That is what will be the second one. Description is nothing but the synopsis that you write about the project. Okay. What you have done about this heading is what you've written. The third one is an extremely important one called as roles and responsibilities. Now, I'm sure you know it already, you're already done it, that it is 3 or 4 people who normally do a project in a college. Agree? It is 3 or 4 people who normally do a project in a college. Now, when you do this, 3 or 4 people do the project in a college, the roles and responsibilities of the 4 people will be different. Example, the first person roles and responsibilities about implementing and viewing shading concepts. The second person responsibility will be quite different from what the first person has done, because they will be executing something as technical. So if there are 4 people going to the interview, and 4 of you, unfortunately, out of the 4, 3 people come to the same HR. Imagine you are the second person amongst the people going to that room for interview, and you're the first among your project mates. You enter, I read this 3D perspective and motion of the car. Then I see implementation, view shading for user interface. When the second person enters my room, second person from the project, but 7th in line, comes into my room, and I see the same heading called 3D perspective and motion of the car, I will go back to my resumes and see who or when did I see this before. Now imagine the first person's roles and responsibilities and second person's roles and responsibilities are the same, and that means I'm going to tear that resume and throw it to the dustbin, because you just wrote something. It's a false information given, you didn't do it. So you'll have to do what technically you did for the project. At the same time, please remember how technically you are involved in doing the project. Roles and responsibilities cannot be like you tell that I was the one who took photocopies for every document that is put in the project report. That is not responsibility. That is the job. You can't tell I was a financer for this, I manage the finance. You can also not tell about it that I was bringing coffee and tea for my teammates when they're working. Those things cannot be roles and responsibilities. Okay, type clear if you understood and all these things, please. Type clear if you understood all these things. Stopping the share. Type clear or show thumbs up. Screen 2, nobody's reacted with any thumbs up. Please show thumbs up, it's okay. Okay, I request the coordinators, the faculty 1 man.
Hello, sir.
Will you please call 3 students from your class? Only 3 people. Call their names, please.
Hello, sir.
3 students.
Yes, Cyril, tell me.
I have a question regarding the
Yes. Tell me, ask me.
If we done multiple projects, then what would be the case we have to use in
Good question. Thank you so much, Cyril. You put 1 project from the 3rd year and 1 project from the 4th year on the resume. Rest of them you can speak in the answer that you give in the interview.
I mean, when the project is done from the outside, I mean, like personally, and the other project for the college, like mini
Exactly,
project.
Cyril. You put 1 from the college and 1 of yourself, only 2 projects. And you can tell about the other projects you done individually in the answer in the interview. If you put a lot of projects here, it will fill up a lot of papers and it will go to 3 to 4 sheets. It will start looking like a novel. So, and moreover, you have an advantage, you have more projects because you keep telling about, I done this project on this kind of a domain. You can drag the questions and the line of questions about the HR the way you want, rather than answering. So, be ready with those projects to tell answers orally rather than putting them on the sheet. So, only 2 projects has to be put on the sheet.
Okay, sir.
Have I answered your question, Cyril? Thank
yes,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Sir.
Okay, faculty 1, ma'am, can you please call 3 people from the class?
U5.
U5.
U4.
Will you reply? Where are you?
U5 Sagar. Q4.
U5 Sagar. Ma'am, U5 Sagar. Sagar, are you there?
Ma'am.
Okay, U5 Sagar, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you. U4. Who's U4?
Q4, sir.
Who's U4? U4, where are you?
Yes, ma'am.
Your name,
Q4.
please.
Q.
U4, what's your name?
Sir, Bharat, sir.
U4 is Bharat. Okay, U5, U4 done. Next one more man.
Q4, sir.
U4 is done.
Yes,
Bharat done.
ma'am. Bhavana.
Q.
Bhavana.
Q4.
Okay, Bhavana.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, U4 Bharat.
Sir.
U4 Bharat.
Yes, sir.
Tell me any say about one or two achievements of yours.
Sir, I have participated in the IoT.
You should be a little more louder, please. Can't hear.
I have participated in the IoT, sir, Internet of Things, which were held in our college.
Okay, you participated in
IoT, Internet of Things.
IoT.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
And that's it, sir.
okay, Bharat, how many people from your class participated in IoT?
It's
How
15,
many
I
people
think
from
so.
your class? Sorry?
10 to 15, sir.
Okay, in one electrical department, 10 to 15. Can I take average 10?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
That means we are running 18 classes right now with combined classes. So 18 into 10 is 180 people. You are speaking about an achievement where 180 people have done. That doesn't look like an achievement, Bharat.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, thank you for replying, Bharat. It's okay. Now Q4. Q4 was Bhavana.
Yes, sir.
Bhavana, can you tell me about one or two achievements of yours?
I'm also part of IoT training, sir.
You're replying the same thing which I told is wrong to Bharat already. You're somebody who's doing the same thing what 180 people have done in the college. How good is it? You're speaking about an achievement, isn't it?
Not achieved anything.
You not achieved anything. Great then. Wow. So what are you going to write in the resume? Not yet achieved anything? Okay. U5. Sagar, are you there? Sagar, U5.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Sagar.
Hi, sir.
What are you going to write in the achievements?
Sir, until now, I don't have anything to write, sir.
So when are you going to do that? When after you complete your interview, are you going to achieve something?
No, sir. Next year, I will try.
Next year.
Yes,
Sagar,
sir.
you know what?
Sir.
When you did not do it for the past 3 years, why will I believe that you will do it next year? That's okay. Faculty 2, ma'am, can you call 3 people, please? 2 ladies and a gentleman. 2 girls and a boy.
Actually, I don't know this section students, sir.
The voice is very low.
I don't know these section students. I'll just randomly I'll call the numbers.
Yeah, please. No problem.
Yeah. U9.
U9, report, please. What's your name?
U9.
U9, are you there?
U9.
U9, I see you. U9 is Kavya. Kavya, you put a nice looking DP and vanished. Kavya, are you there? Sirisha, you're back. Good then. You understood you should be back. Sirisha, are you there? Sirisha 466, are you there? Sirisha, do you realize
Yes,
that
sir.
I called your name probably 20 times before?
There is
Where
no
are you,
proper
Sirisha?
signal, sir.
No proper signal. Sirisha, is it okay if I tell no proper signal and disconnect?
sir.
Is it okay if I tell there is no proper signal and disconnect in this class now?
Hello.
Okay, Sirisha, you tell me what will you write under achievements in your resume? Sirisha?
There is no achievement, sir. No achievement, sir.
No achievements. Well, you've been living your life beautiful, man, all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, people don't want to tell. It's a very easy answer to tell no achievements. Yeah? Oh, goodness. Okay. Anybody has got any achievements to share? Forget about it. It's okay. Sirisha, what's your hobby? What are your hobbies? One question asked 5 times and people still don't reply. Aisha 402.
Yes, sir.
What are your hobbies, Aisha?
Sir, my hobby is to read, to play.
Read.
Yes, much to read like books, like engineering books. Sir.
Aisha, voice is breaking. What kind of books do you read, Aisha?
Hello.
What kind of books do you read, Aisha?
Like sir, basics of engineering, like.
Textbooks, you mean?
Yes,
That's a
sir.
hobby? That is a hobby.
Not particularly hobby, sir. I used to read.
My question was, what is your hobby then?
Sir, my
406
hobby is to
Madhu.
play.
Thank you, Aisha. 406 Madhu.
Yes, sir.
Madhu, what
Yes,
are your
sir.
hobbies, Madhu? What are your hobbies?
Playing cricket and watching movies, sir.
Playing cricket and watching?
Movies.
Movies. Good.
Sir.
Madhu, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
What do you think is the population of India?
Sir,
Population of India.
it's approximately 130 crores, sir.
Good then. Madhu, tell me, in this 130 crore, how many old people above 60 years will be there?
No, sir, I don't know.
Now let's take a call. Shall we take, say, about 30 crores?
Okay, sir.
Okay, we'll take 50 crores. Remaining is 80 crores, right?
Okay.
We will take small kids, people who are not yet to walk, who are just going to school. All those people, we will take them as say close to 25 crores.
Okay, sir.
Out of 80, 25 goes away. We have how much? 55. Out of 55, we will tell working professionals as 20 crores. Rest of the 35 crores play cricket. Madhu?
Sir.
Even 20 crore people will play cricket in India, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is special about the hobby as you have? Watching movies, everybody does. Hobbies should explain the character of a personality. Achievements tell what kind of a personality we are. So we cannot say silly things as hobbies and achievements. It explains what it is. Now, since I told there are 4 important things an HR will see in a resume, the first important thing the HR will see is called as career objective. It takes 50% of the resume. Second important thing the HR will see in a resume is called as projects undertaken. 25% gone. The next 25%, that is the third and the fourth, is called as achievements and hobbies. This explains your character, your personality. That is how they'll give you a job. We can't just tell about, I don't have an achievement, I play games, I have pets, I have a snake in my house, I'll do that. So it will be very difficult. 1 second, Bhavna has got a doubt. Yes, Bhavna, please tell me, what is the doubt? Participated in competitive exams will come under achievements, Bhavna. Exactly.
Yes, sir.
And CAD also will come in achievements. Was that the doubt you had?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So the next thing that we're going to write in our resume is going to be called as, after the project undertaken, will be called as achievements. Okay. Now achievements should be 3, 4, or 5. That is 3, 4, or 5 achievements to be written, not less than 3, not more than 5. And achievements also should be something that you've done after your 10th standard or 12th standard. Please don't write achievements like participated in lemon and spoon race 3rd standard first prize, or achievement like donated blood every 6 months in school. Nobody will believe you. So you should be careful about what kind of achievement you write, how it is making a difference in your life. So 3, 4, or 5, you have to write as an achievement. Now here again, active member of organizing committee of an inter-college fest. Please, you should really be an active member. You cannot tell I was managing the traffic and the canteen. That's how an active member. That is not going to make any difference. Like how somebody told, I was a part of an IoT training. 200 people from your college have done. That is nothing special about it. Now, when you write something like how a social conscious person has written, you should be very careful. I'm a part of a Kalpana Chawla Laughing Club, which takes care of the nearby slums in my area. And every Sunday we go and educate those people on hygiene. So you should be able to explain things in a stronger way to make them understand. I'm going to stop the share and please type all clear if you understood. If you understood all clear, please type. Any doubts until here? Anybody wants to ask me any question, they can ask now. How about leadership qualities? Janvi, explain leadership qualities like how? Please make it a sentence and show it, tell it to me.
So, for example, if you are applying in a company where group discussions and all are conducted and they are seeking for someone who can really go well in managing their group, someone like team leader and all. So they will.
So what do we write? You're asking what do we write, is it?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Now, I made a point over here where I wrote that active member of organizing committee of the Interfest College. Now, how about writing a sentence like hosted 3 years continuously as the fest and has been a primary member in organizing things in college. Does that show leadership qualities and responsibilities?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. So you change those things and write, but you cannot put false things. Right? So, imagine a girl or a boy who's got a 20-inch waist writing, I donate blood every 6 months. Nobody will believe them, right?
Yes, sir. True, sir.
Exactly. Yeah, you're asking something, Janvi. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. My doubt was like, should this come under achievements or the skills that we pursue?
Okay. Now we know there's one negative and the myth that people follow, that they write everything on the resume. They even write their strengths and their weakness on the resume, write about extracurricular activities on the resume. They write about what they want to do. If you write everything here itself, what will you speak in the interview? So I'm keeping the resume minimum in such a way that the HR is going to ask you a question. You can lead the HR interview the way you answer questions. Now imagine Janvi goes to an HR interview question and says about it. In my achievement, I've written about that I've been an active member of organizing committee of the Interfest College. In fact, I was the primary member who was on the stage organizing things for the past 3 years. And I've been the first person to take responsibilities to go ahead with the team and manage things. So if you tell this as an answer as strength in the interview, it makes a lot of sense and gives you a lot of credibility to go for the next person.
Yes, sir. I agree.
Are you happy with the answer, Janvi?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Any other question, people? Anything else to ask? Anybody?
Sir,
else?
I have a question.
No question is stupid. Yes, who's that? What's your name, please?
I'm Cyril Raj, sir.
Cyril Raj, tell me please. Ask the question.
From the beginning of the engineering, we collect so many certificates, no, sir, like webinars or some other volunteer certificates. Where do we use them in the resume, sir? I mean, do they have a part in the resume?
Okay, I have written the one of the line I'd written over there in the top is participated in various science and mathematical competitive examinations. Similar kind of things you can write, participated in webinars and things. Have the certificates with you in a file when you go to the interview and you go to write them. See, you cannot fill the resume with a lot of details, but you have an advantage where you can speak about that thing in the interview. So carry those certificates mentioned while you are into, say there's a question that will be asked in the interview. I've introduced this in many of the classes. I'm very sure your trainers have spoken about this. A very important question. The first question that will be asked in the interview is called as, tell me something about yourself. Now, what are they trying to understand is these things. Here is where you're going to tell the initial things and then tell, sir, I've actively participated in most of the webinars that happen in the classroom, in the colleges, and I've been been a part of the committee that has been taking care of this thing. This is what is my certificates to support. So you tell those things. Here, while you're giving that answer, you're giving a proof to show that you are truly a leader who can be believed and given responsibilities for.
Okay.
Was your answer satisfactory, Cyril Raj?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Cyril. Any other question, please? Anybody else? People, any question is okay. There's nothing wrong. Just ask any question that comes through. Nobody else? No question? Nothing at all? Take your time. Satish, you want to ask something? Shall we go ahead? Thumbs up, please. Okay. The next part after achievements, another important thing, it is called as, I'm sorry, this is not what I wanted. It's called as hobbies. Again, 3, 4, or 5 hobbies. Please be careful about what you write in over there. Okay. When you write hobbies, minimum 3, maximum 5. Now, hobbies explain the second set of how important or what kind of a personality you are. Now, you cannot write very normal, regular hobbies, watching movies, watching TV, singing in the bathroom, playing cricket. You have to explain things. Now, if you're really like playing cricket, you have represented the college in the university level, or you represent the universities in the state level, Ranji, or you've been a part of under 19, yes, you can write. You know, when somebody like Brian Lara, somebody like Ricky Ponting, somebody like MS Dhoni, Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, all these people speak about cricket. We know they've been very passionate about the job, about the game. That's why they're on the top. So if you just like that tell that you're doing something that everybody plays, like gully cricket, and mention it, that doesn't have any credibility, and you will be losing a lot of strength in front of data. So write something about a hobby that makes a difference. I knew a student who told that his hobby is gardening. Yeah, how is it going to help me? He immediately told, sir, gardening has helped me to be creative. In fact, I was so impressed with gardening when I saw somebody do it. I did a lot of grafting, and I was able to graft 3 different colored rose stems. And right now I have a rose plant at home which gives me red, yellow, and pink colored roses. Now I felt, okay, how is it going to help again? Sir, I can get creative. I always think out of the box and produce results. And this writing of cooking different cuisines. Now you can't tell, I cook. It's a hobby. Good, what do you cook? Maggie. That cannot be a hobby. Cooking Maggie is the easiest thing because instruction is very right there. You just have to put those things and keep looking it to see if it is being good or bad. So that cannot be hobbies. Cooking, you have to be able to explain. You'll have to tell about, I do a lot of Italian stuff, I bake a lot of food. Now, if you go on to tell, I cook cake, it's a very wrong thing to say. It's called, I bake cake. This is where difference comes in. Cooking helps me to be patient. I don't hurry through a job. I always finish my tasks with the amount of time that has been allotted to me. So you explain your hobbies to look like your strength. Reading books. A lot of people, just now somebody told reading books and she ended up telling, I read technical stuff. Reading books has nothing to do with your textbook. Textbooks is mandatory for your engineering. Reading books is something that you got extra knowledge about learning something important that's happening. Now, when you say about reading books, you cannot end up telling, I read Chetan Bhagat, Ravindra Singh. These, those 2 authors have been made look so silly. They don't share anything important for us to learn. Chetan Bhagat has been writing books all about love stories. What will I do with that? I'm not going to explain HR about that. I'm going to be a fantastic lover and a lover boy in the classroom, in the office. It doesn't help. So how I'm going to explain about books? Sir, I read a lot of fictional and non-health books. I've read about Jeffrey Archer. I've read about Frederick Forsyth. Both of them have given me different perspective of how to look at the world and go on. I've read multiple different authors which has helped me to analyze situations, looking at the scenarios they place in their books and come up with solutions for the problems that is existing around me. Or I read self-help books. I read Robin Sharma. I read Deepak Chopra. I read Anthony Robbins. All these people help me that I can be better off in reading this book, and my knowledge has grown while I read this book. So your hobbies will explain the strength of your character when you speak to them. So don't write silly hobbies. Don't end up telling, watching TV, I love to do this, I love to do that. It's not enough. Okay, and the most stupidest of thing that people write is sleeping. Sleeping is bloody not a hobby. It is a necessity for a human body to take rest. You cannot write that my hobby is sleeping. Okay, you cannot write that chatting with friends. It's called waste of time. You don't tell browsing. You tell what particularly you do. Whenever a question is asked, how that is going to make an impact as a personality is what you have to explain. So don't tell silly things. Say something very strong and good. Okay. The rest of the resume building class, I want to do it tomorrow. Just 2 simple slides that has to run. but I don't want to finish it off right in a hurry. We will carry on tomorrow because the first part of tomorrow's class is also going to be the same. Okay, please type understood about achievements and hobbies if you are clear with this. If you are clear with this, if you understood, please type understood about achievements and hobbies. Kindly please type understood, agree about achievements and hobbies. Okay, anybody, any question to be asked now? I'm not going to charge you extra cost. Seriously, you can just ask me questions, no problem. If there are any kind of questions, is fine. Don't worry, it's okay. Any questions, anybody? Faculties have questions also, can ask, ma'am, no problem. You heard through the whole class. If there's any doubt that you have, you can ask me, no problem. Anybody, any question?
Students, if you have any doubts, you can ask, sir. Still 10 more minutes is there.
Anybody, any doubt? Nothing? I have been told that I have to do this every time, 10 minutes allotment to answer questions. So kindly please ask questions. Any doubts, people? No doubts? Okay. If you are going to write personal details, what will you write in there? Let's look at that. If you are going to write personal details, what will you write in them? Anybody? Okay, I'll do one thing. I'm going to call names and ask questions. Okay. Soumya, 426. 4T6, Soumya. Can you unmute yourself? 4T6, Soumya.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Soumya. What will you write in your personal details?
I will mention about
Mention about somewhat. Soumya. Soumya. Soumya, are you there? Vanished. Okay, let's ask this. Tapasvi, can you unmute yourself? Wonderful, Soumya. You will mention about what you are good at. What is that? Okay, what are you good at? Tapasvi. 4R9
Sir.
Tapasvi. Tell me what you will write in your personal details.
Sir, name, like parent's name and
Name, parent name. Parent is only one or two. Is it going to be both father and mother? Tapasvi. You don't have to be right. Even if you're wrong, it's okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
what will you write in your personal details? Thank you. Udit 423. Udit 423. Udit 423. Not there. Okay. Ramu Gaud 404.
Yes, sir.
What will you write in your personal details?
Name, parents' name.
Name, parents' name. Both your father and mother?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. Why should you write your parents' name?
I don't know, sir.
Don't know. No problem. Continue. What else will you write? Name, parents' name. There.
Occupation. Gender.
Occupation. Oh, what occupation do you have?
Studying.
You already wrote those things, isn't it? Okay. Then you told gender.
Mm.
Then
Mm. That's it, sir.
okay. Ramagod will ask you one more question.
Okay, sir. Tell
How
me.
will you attend the interview? Will you go?
For-
Will you go to? You see? There are multiple ways you attend interview. Company comes to your college, you attend an interview. You go to the company, attend an interview, or you attend an interview online. Correct? Correct.
Yes, sir. Correct.
If you are attending either ways, will the HR be seeing you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you switch on your video for a minute?
Sir.
Switch on your video.
Okay, sir.
Good. Now look at me. How will it look like if I come and tell, "Hi, my name is Bharat. I'm a boy."
Sir.
If I come to you and tell, "Hi, my name is Bharat. I'm a boy," should I tell that?
I'm telling your name and my name.
No, I am asking. If I come to you and tell, "Hi, my name is Bharat. I'm a boy," is it necessary to tell that?
No, sir.
Why not?
Already interview persons are seeing your resume. Why you are
So why
saying?
are you writing gender there? Are they not seeing you that you're a boy, male? When I look at you, do you look like a male?
No, sir.
Then why should I write gender? I'm already seeing you that you're a guy, right?
Yes, sir.
So why write gender? See, I'm not telling you're right or wrong. I'm just asking things. That's all. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You can
Thank
switch
you,
off. The next person I want to call is just a second. Somebody I've not spoken at all. Saroj. 4Q7 Saroj. 4Q7 Saroj. Are you there? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Saroj,
sir.
what will you write in your personal details, Saroj?
Sir, name, address, email address,
Name, address, email address, and?
date of birth.
Okay, Saroj, have we not written these things on the top? Name, address, email address, phone number. Why repeat it again? Why repeat something? Okay, you will write your, what did you say? After these things, last one you told date of birth.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you, Saroj.
Thank
People, you still have any doubts to ask me? And to the last 4 minutes. Any doubts, anybody? Okay, I have to speak something to the faculty members. Repeatedly, I've been calling a lot of people's names. They have not responded. They are not there. We started with almost close to 59 people. There are only 41% people in the class right now. Okay, so this should be taken care because I have to report to the chief coordinators and to AD sir and to my office. So it has to be taken care. Tomorrow, when we come online, I am not going to do this. If you find somebody not responding to class, I request you people to intervene and throw them out of the class.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so you please intervene and tell them to speak because most of them today have been sitting quiet. And I've been repeatedly asking the same thing. When I ask the same thing for 4 times and they still don't reply, it's a little irritating. And my throat is already stressed a lot because I've been speaking for the past 4 hours continuously. So I request your help. Tomorrow we'll make sure that it happens. And please report this to the HOD and to the coordinators, the chief coordinators that's happening. Okay, there's a lot of instructions given out to us and I cannot do all those things if I don't have the support. Fine. Thank you so much for both of you. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Nazim.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Nobody's asking me any question. I log off right now. Okay, and tomorrow we log in back exactly 11 o'clock, 11:30.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Have a nice afternoon, good evening. Thank you, people. Thank you, class. Have a great afternoon. And thank you so much for all those people who replied and spoke to me. Thank you very much.